Linden, producer, engineer, from many bands. I've worked for a number of bands, practically all bands in Dominica, in different areas, whether it be sound, live play, or just general support, with the different bands.
My name is David George, better known as Sonic Tazzy, one of the lead singers in TripleKayBand.
My name is Wayne Benjamin, better known as Mr. Benji, lead singer for TK-Band International.
And in your words, could you define Bouyon music?
Bouyon music is a mixture of, or a compilation of different genres put together to form what you call Bouyon.
Well, the creators of Bouyon music, which was Derek Rapitas, Cornell, Philip, these people, they said it's how do you say it?
A mixture.
A mixture of different genres, R&B, reggae, it's a whole different mix-up. So they put in one bomb to make the Bouyon. That's the explanation of Bouyon music.
Well, Bouyon music is a genre which, in my definition, would be the creative, different rhythmical patterns in one beat, if you want to put it like that. Because there are different segments and components of Bouyon music that mix up. That's why it's called a Bouyon. So it's like one beat, one rhythm, one style of music.
Tell us the story behind the formation of the band.
Yeah, I was an owner of Impromtu band. Well, it's funny. Impromtu band was actually formed by two co-workers. We worked at Cable Wireless, and I was the president of the sports club, and we wanted some form of entertainment, but we couldn't afford at the time to hire bands like WCK and Serenade, also which I was part members of. But so we decided, well, let's just have a little group on a Friday afternoon and come and just, play around, because we used to be at the bar, and it was have fun, because we were part of musical groups and we were musicians and stuff like that. And then it started getting serious, and then, obviously you play one Friday, the word spreads around, and then so there came an opportunity where somebody checked us for an event, and so what's the name of the band? Everybody looking at each other. So yeah, well, Impromtu, because it was on the spur of the moment, kind of, so that's how the name actually came about.
Can I rock you tonight? Rock you tonight. Set your body on fire. Can I rock you tonight? Rock you tonight. Raise your temperature higher.
I used to be in a band in Baffin City called Juveniles before I entered in TripleK, and it was Froggy, who is in TripleK, the drummer, the bass man, Daniel Philip, better known as Heads, and Geoffrey Joseph, better known as JJ Youth. Yeah, that's the band I used to be playing in Juveniles before I went to TripleK, back to Loda.
I started at a very early age, and just the knowing that my neighbor was the W for the original WCK band gave me a greater zeal to push and do music. So because of workers, I got involved in doing music, and I started off in church, and then I went to play music on the ship, and then I met a group of guys from Loda called TripleK International. But even way before that, we had a band in Funkole named Ruthless Band, and we started playing off Bouyon music, songs from the VI, even some Soca as well. But it always led to Bouyon, because Bouyon, of course, is the most dominant music in our culture, and to this date, I still do Bouyon. So that's how I really, got involved in doing Bouyon. All right, well, Triple K started in the community of Loda. And it started with three guys named Kendall, Keenan, and Kurt. That's where the Free Case came from. To date, only Kendall is in the band. The band actually started off playing compa and zouk music, which I wasn't a part of yet. But when I joined the band in the early 2002, 2003, I basically changed the sound of the band with that rough style and bringing that Bouyon vibe to the band. And it actually took off when we released the song named, I think it was See Wo If You Want. Yeah, See Wo If You Want. And that's when it actually took off for Triple K International, and we have never looked back then.
We look at Bouyon music over the years. There has been an evolution. Can you speak to that evolution? Describe that evolution.
Of course, that evolution, I always say to people too that if there was the advent of social media within the time of WCK, there would have been major superstars. WCK, Serenade, Rough and Ready. They would have been major superstars. But now, you have the advent of social media where these platforms allow the music to be heard worldwide in just a few seconds. So we have seen that of WCK in the past where it was really CDs and cassettes to get you known out there, to get you tours. Whereas you have the YouTubes, you have the Spotify's, iMusic, and all of that right now that could basically put you out there in less than a minute and even generate more income for you faster than before. Yeah. And
in the technical aspect, when it comes to the music itself, do you think that has changed as well? Yeah, the sound of the music has changed, definitely. Before the tempo was a BPM, if you could understand, of maybe 135. Right now it's a BPM of 160, a lot more fast. So that there, the dynamic has changed. It's a little more hype. I think I brought that style to the Bouyon as well, because I listen to and watch a lot of performances of Marshall Montano from when he was part of Ecstatic Band to now. And it was always a hype energy, energetic performance, getting interactions with the crowd and all of that. So I think I brought that style to Bouyon, and I believe that is part of the dynamic that has changed within the genre for the years.
Well, actually, the change of the of Bouyon music right now is when a Bouyon song would start. Before Bouyon song would start, before the singer would start singing, you would hear a brass line first, and then the vocalist would start singing right away after that. But from 22, let's say that's 22 years since Kendall had created a new style of Bouyon where you would hear the rhythm play and the singer would just start to sing one time, and then maybe down the line you maybe get a little brass line, a little accordion or whatever, yeah.
Well, it has evolved. I mean, Bouyon music has changed, and every band has a style, because any band who releases a song, I can know which band it is without any vocalist singing, because I do not know if they yourself realize that, but every band has a style. WCK has a unique style. First Serenade, RSP, Impromtu, TripleK, even Signal Band today. All of them, if you listen to it, they are different. They have their uniqueness about it, and that's why it's the Bouyon. I said earlier on, it's different styles and the creations that mix up the Bouyon. So it's just different. All the bands. So that's why back then there was a clear distinction between Serenade and WCK music, because there were fewer bands. Now we have a lot more bands, a lot more Bouyon bands, a lot more Bouyon artists. So you only had like 3 bands playing Bouyon, was, for Serenade, WCK, and RSB. And everything, all of them were unique, But now, you know, it's kind of different. It's they kind of basically almost similar, but have a little touch of, you know, the difference in their rhythm programming, in the style, in the writing. Before, our writing was different as compared to now, you know. But so I mean, it's that, and based on what you write gives you the idea to create the rhythm pattern, you know. So because I can remember when I was the one who did Donkey Tricks, who created Donkey Tricky Serenade, and when, you know, the guys came and they started singing the song, it was on the chorus, and you know, you just create the music around it. Now it's different. They create the rhythm and you write the lyrics. So, you know, back then it was different as compared to now. You know, it's just completely different for the creation of Bouyon music.
And speak to us about the Caribbean Music Awards and Bouyon having its own category. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, I feel proud about that. I am elated and always so excited when people mention the Caribbean Music Awards, and we have in our own, you know, our own section, because Bouyon over the years haven't been recognized internationally, and now it is being done that way at the Caribbean Music Awards. I mean, it speaks volumes. The band TK International, we were nominated for Artist of the Year. I mean, we were not victor, but it speaks volumes when, you know, two Dominican artists like Asa Banton could, you know, walk out of there with the People's Choice Award, and Mr. Ridge winning the Artist of the Year award for Bouyon music. So it speaks volumes, and that means the entire world is watching.
In our interview with Ra, he credited TripleK International for keeping Bouyon music alive throughout the tenure of the band when you all started doing Bouyon music. How does that make you feel, knowing that one of the pioneers of Bouyon music is crediting yours band for Bouyon's longevity?
Of course, I feel good hearing that and knowing so, and it's something Ra always speaks about, and there's no doubt that, you know, what he's saying is bona fide. There's a lot of truth to it. TripleK actually came in at a time when there was a big void within the Bouyon music industry. You had no more WCK, no more First Serenade, no more Effects Band, no more Rough and Ready, and you know, TripleK came in at a time, I would say, as a savior. I don't want to toot my own horn, but it is reality, and that's what it is. You know, to date, we get a lot of flack, and I mean, if everything you have to, you know, but people need to realize and understand that we, as members of TK International, we don't just do this for fun. We do this because we love this, and we do this because we care about Dominic and his genre. And to come in when there was that lull within the industry and within the genre speaks volumes for TK International, and today we keep on doing so because we're celebrating 25 years in the business.
And tell me some of your most memorable performances.
There are a lot of them, a lot of memorable performances. One that stands out to me is Belgium. We went to Belgium for our first time, and having to perform right after Jay-Z and Beyonce left stage. So on the main stage at that festival, the Antilles Festival in Belgium, at that moment it was really a starstruck moment for me, seeing that I have to come on stage right after Beyonce and Jay-Z. And I think that one will always stand out to me, performing for almost 50,000 to about 60,000 people in front of you, having that entire crowd actually react to you and what you do, your gestures and all of that. So this one will stand out to me.
We have played on the World Caribbean Music Festival a number of times. So it's not like Impromtu was a band that was just, you know, it was a structured band. We developed it into a structure. And it was, you know, like we would tour. We did a lot of tours. We would tour North America, tour the Caribbean, St. Thomas, St. Croix, you know, St. Lucia, Antigua. We did a lot of tours. We used to be like moving, you know, and we had this famous Wednesday night at Sellers Bar. Every Wednesday night, it was a place to go midweek. You know, that was like patrons can vote for that. Well, we had songs like Slide. We had songs. We had a lot of songs that were hits in during our time, and people can remember. Even like we had one of our popular songs was Slide, and all the big bands used to be playing it, and it would be a nice joy to see that, oh, you're a younger band, and you know the big bands playing your songs, you know, and having it, and you see how the people react, you know, to your songs. But we had some of the great other songs, a lot of songs, and we used to create songs like maybe in our 4-year tenure, we would maybe had like about 30-40 songs, you know. So we used to just create, you know, just make songs, you know. So I mean, a lot of them, to be honest with you, some of them is like, yeah, when you hear them, you say, oh yeah, you know.
That's when you remember.
Yeah, you know, when I created that, you know, and stuff like that, you know. So we did some albums as well. We did about 3 albums with we did actually a great collaboration with Jeff Joseph once on Pabon. That was a major hit, especially it was like a remix. And he told me when he came to do the song that consider yourself lucky, because it's not every band or artist that do a remix with an artist that have the original artist singing the song. So, you know, it was good, you know. May his soul rest in peace. But he came, he sang his song in the studio first, and you know, it was a very nice, a cool vibe, you know. And we did songs like My Way and adaptations of My Way, you know, Rock Me Tonight, and you know, a lot of other songs.
Favorite song of Triple K is Still Standing, because after we go through all this Maria, COVID, and you know, that song is a song that actually, you know, it always elevate me, it always keep me up and keep me I'm saying that I have to keep moving.
We will rise, yeah, from the bottom to the top of the sky. We will rise like a phoenix from the ash. We will shine. We will rise. We alive. We survive. Whoa! Realize that we still right here. We gonna make the whole world know we still standing.
Tell me, how has Bouyon changed your life? And
Me personally, Bouyon have changed my life on many levels. Like I tell people, I could have been dead, or I could have been maybe incarcerated, but Bouyon put me on a positive path. And of course, with time, you get to learn and grow in certain things. I like to give my stories that I was a little more aggressive before, but again, with time, you know, you learn, and just listening to people, you know, you learn to humble and so on. So Bouyon have really shaped my life in that way, and that of the rest of the band as well. I cannot speak for all the members, but I believe Bouyon has been a breadwinner for the entire band, and it continues to be that way.
Well, actually, I should be, as I'm a qualified barber, you know, and I had to choose which one I want to do, because being a barber, you have a lot of responsibilities, because a lot of people, you know, you have customers, and customers looking for you to organize them because they don't want nobody else to check them. So I had to choose between two of them, and I actually make that decision when COVID came in, where you could not you could not do walk-ins, and I saw a barbershop in town, and then I had to shut that down because I check in like $600-700 for rent, and then people can't just walk in, it have to be appointments. So I had to choose one. So I had to end up choosing the music, the Bouyon music, because it's like sometimes 3 times a month I out. And then if you have customers waiting for you and you're always out, you cannot, you have to really give up one of them. But Bouyon music has made a great impact in my life. It's just that some people doesn't realize what life is about. When you're in something is an income. Bouyon music is an income. Music, whatever you're doing, you have to do it for the better. I mean, the fun part of it, yes, you have the fun part of it and everything, but you have to think about the future, because you don't go into that forever. You understand? So you have to make use of that. You go in them things, you have to think of things you need and not a want. A house, you need. Land, you need. Some people may think like, yeah, well, I want a shoe and I like that shoe and it had a season where I was building my house during the COVID, and we couldn't travel to go nowhere because everywhere was shut down. And you wouldn't believe me, I had one pair of shoe going everywhere, and I had a family of 5. So I had to make a sacrifice to see what I want to do. If I want to leave my family out and I want to go and buy 6 pairs of Nike and leave my family hungry. So Bouyon music, that's what it is. You have to make a great impact. You have to make a great impact in your life and important things. You have to think of what you need and not what you want.
And so, I mean, it hasn't changed me. It has just helped me grow in what I do. Because over the years, I've actually shifted my focus as a creator from playing to studio and sound. So the Bouyon music, it has a drive in it. You have to have a drive. So the way that I may come and let's say as a song engineer, mix a Soca band, a gospel band, a reggae band, I would not have the same approach for Bouyon band, because it have a hype, So it has changed me in that it has made me realize that there are certain things that you need to change about the way that you and how you do things.
Any words of encouragement to the Bouyon artists out there?
Well, as I always tell any artist, the Bouyon, including any other artist, continue doing, continue creating. Again, I can speak for myself, not for for other producers and engineers, but if any one of them feel that they may require assistance and support based on experience, I am available. And also, I can also tell them, just develop it. And is one thing I will say, creating music is one, but marketing music is the other thing. So we see a lot of great things happening with some of the Bouyon artists. So just continue doing what they do. Be creative, try and be original as possible, and just continue making Dominica proud with the Bouyon music and the genre.
My advice to new and upcoming artists is always pray. Say a prayer, thank God for your talent, because without him, you wouldn't have this talent. Thank God for your parents, because without your parents, you wouldn't have been here as well. Always continue to work on your craft. Don't think that because you maybe made it already, or you're on a trajectory where you're soon be there, that you're just going to hang back and be laid back. Nah, it's not like that. Continue working on your craft, because there's always new things happening. Within the genre especially, it always calls for evolution. So just keep on working on your craft.